What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the 5th annual Barroom Network Fantasy Draft. I'm one of your hosts, Joe Mandel, the Goon from Fantasy Football Goon, and I'm joined here by a plethora of Barroom Network personalities. I will introduce them one by one before we pull up our draft, which is about to start in 10 minutes. But I will first introduce the barkeeper himself, Aldo Gandia. Aldo, what's going on, brother? Aldo, you're on mute, my friend. The dreaded mute button.
What you told me to mute. You didn't tell me to unmute.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
I am so happy to be here. Thanks again for organizing this. What is it? The 4th or 5th year now?
It's the 5th, yeah.
Oh, nice. So I'm happy to be here, brother.
Happy to have you, brother. And of course, I'll bring out my Fantasy Football Goon co-hosts. I'll start with Adam Sham, the man with the plan. What's up, Adam?
What's up, Joe? How are you tonight?
Good, man. I'm ready to kick everyone's ass in fantasy, as is everybody else. I do have my commish shirt on. The man, the myth, the legend. So nice. Ready to rock for this draft. And of course, it would be, without further ado, I got to introduce John Santucci, the Tooch, also on Fantasy Football Goon. Lots of fun stuff happening on this draft tonight. So many people. Tooch, what's going on, buddy? Tooch is either on mute or really high. So I will introduce the next person here. Of course, my South Burbs hitman, one of my co-hosts, Steven Zim Zimmerman. Zim, what's up, buddy?
Good. I hope you guys are ready. I've already told you who I'm taking first overall, so I hope you're prepared.
Malort? You're drafting Malort first overall?
That's right.
All right. Well, happy to have you here. We're going to throw something against the wall and see what sticks. Of course, Aaron Current, Bearded Bears fans here with us. What's up, AC?
What's going on, fellas? I'm ready to toss my money in the toilet like I do every year and just go ahead and flush it. Good to see everybody.
You got to be a little optimistic there to get started. Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, there's no trophies behind me. I got books. So I don't
know. Hey, maybe that changes this year, AC. You never know. From Bar Down, talking hockey. I'm not talking about my South Burbs Hitman co-host. I'm talking about the famous Frankie Mueller talking. He knows his video games. He knows his hockey. And he's also here with us right now. The King Bean. What's up, Frank?
How's it going? I'm excited. Thanks for including me. Ready to tear it down.
All right. Well, we're happy to have you, man. We're working our way through. Tooch says he can't unmute, so I don't know what that's about. Tooch is going to be a mime for the whole draft. No, I would probably leave and come back, Tooch, and maybe we'll see if that works. I don't know. Just a hunch. And then, of course, Lauro Golden, the man with the plan. One of our previous champions of this league, I believe 2 years ago, is in the house. He's repping the Bears. What's up, Lauro?
Man, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. I'm happy to be back, man. I kind of felt like I wanted to win last year, obviously. But, I mean, hey, one-time champion sounds good. I'm hoping to get another one.
Hell yeah, man. It's going to be a fun time in a competitive league. We are a 12-man, so that's going to be wild. One more person introduced who's in the stream, and we may have more folks pop in and out later on. But without further ado, last but not least, Tyler Ellis, the Gaines Report, is with us. Gaines, are you fired up for this draft or what? He's definitely fired up, guys.
Tyler!
Let's go to work. Yeah, you're ready.
All right,
let's go to work.
We go.
Ready to have fun.
There we go, boys. And we got our little draft format here. We got the draft board up top.
So who's not here?
So we are missing Ross Reed, who couldn't make the stream tonight. Vinny Parisi, who potentially may pop in and out at some point. I'm not sure. Have you heard anything, Frank?
He said he was going to earlier
when
we talked to him. So expect him to be here at some point.
It's Vinny. Expect him to show up 2 minutes before his draft selection.
Exactly.
And then I'm looking at our league. I'm trying to remember who else. Oh, yeah. And then RKB, Ryan Kirkland Billings, will be joining us as soon as he is able. And that's everybody. So we pretty much have everybody here. We have a full house. And originally Zim wasn't going to be here, but now we have 11. So we'll play it by ear and see how this all works. But
I can always leave, guys. No problem.
All right, Zim, get out of here. No,
all right, see you.
We'll see what it allows us to do. I don't know. We'll play it by ear as we go. But before we get going, guys, we got about 5 minutes before draft time. The chat's very active. Adam and Tooch, I know you're obviously my co-host on Fantasy Football Goon. Any draft tips for a 12-man league? I know we don't like to do this for people that are kind of with us in the draft, but it's a bit of a tough challenge when you have 12 plus guys in a league. I think Tooch, I don't know if he's got audio yet, but Adam, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, this is definitely a much bigger task here at hand because the players are going to run out a lot quicker than they do in the 10-man leagues. Not every team's going to look like an all-star team in a 12-man league. You got to, in my opinion, you got to try to take the studs early while you can, and then you got to look for depth through the middle rounds to try to build a roster that you can substitute players with throughout the year because there's not nearly as many available players on the wire.
Yeah, the waiver wire is going to be interesting. You could win or lose your league in that aspect. Toosh, did you get audio?
Yeah, I'm just happy I could unmute. I don't know what's going on. Every button I pressed, nothing would work. So
maybe that'll happen during the draft. Hopefully that
happens
happens during the draft.
Yeah. Well, what I did for this year was I made I took a shot of Ryan's book. I believe it or not, but hard to believe. I took a page out of Ryan Pace's book and I made a little cloud of players for each round that I would select in that round, and then makes it pretty easy when you get to that round. You're like, oh, there's a guy who's still there. Which one am I going to take? So I have a guy. Aldo probably remembers I wrote a little article for Bears Barroom way back, the cloud of players, talking about that. So turns out it works pretty good for fantasy football, Aldo.
It does, yeah. Good thinking.
Yeah.
It does, and we have a lot of people in this league, and although you are one of the people that is a self-proclaimed, you kind of in the past you said you've kind of followed the draft guide a little bit. You've followed players. You have your guys. I believe. Did you take last year off, Aldo? Or you were in it last year, right? I'm not making this up, right? You were in the league. All right. So, question for you. A lot of people are real high on the Bears' new offense this year. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of homers in this draft. They're going to want Bears. Who's your top fantasy performer for the Bears this year, Aldo?
Well, it has to be Justin Fields because of the dual threat, and you hope that he can get, anywhere between 600 to 900 yards rushing and add, the amount of passing yards that he had last year plus another 1,000. And with the Robert Tonyan at tight end and DJ Moore, touchdown passes should be more forthcoming. So I think Justin Fields, DJ Moore's a great option too, but Justin Fields has to be one of the top fantasy players, top quarterbacks for sure. I think he's in the top 5 for quarterbacks. So Fields is the guy.
All right. I like it. It's going to be real interesting here. We have our buddy Steven Zimmerman, who has the first pick in this draft. So Zim, I it's not really a surprise to anyone. Obviously, the draft hasn't started. Are you going to go with the consensus first rounder, or are you going to change things up a little bit? Because this year, obviously, wide receiver is the new running back this year. So I'm just curious your thoughts on what you're going to do at 1.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson is the consensus #1 overall pick, right?
Yeah.
Especially with things being PPR in our league, that makes him a lot more intriguing because he gets tons of targets. The big issue up there is they've got this new kid in Jordan Addison, who is a much more competent receiver than Adam Thielen has been the last couple of seasons. And we may see Jefferson's production drop back down to where, someone like Stephon Diggs was when he was in Minnesota with Kirk Cousins at quarterback and Adam Thielen opposite him, where their offense was good, but nobody was really a star because, there's only one ball to go around. You can only throw the ball to one guy at a time.
Exactly.
Now, that doesn't really change the further you go down the draft board, though. You got Christian McCaffrey listed at 2 in our league. Christian McCaffrey, has to share with Deebo Samuel. He averages significantly fewer points when Elijah Mitchell is healthy. They also have George Kittle out there. But with Brock Purdy recovering from an elbow injury, maybe they do look to run it more. So that does increase his value. Beyond that, Jamar Chase, we all know what the Cincinnati team looks like. Those guys are loaded. Austin Eckler's where it finally starts to look like a workhorse, but we all know that he sat out for a while because he wasn't happy with his contract situation. So what does that do to everything? But the further down you go, the more and more you can dig into this stuff. And today's NFL is not as cut and dry as it was, say 10 years ago, 5 years ago, when it came to these teams where it was like, we have one guy, we're going to run the offense through this one guy. It's just not that way anymore. It makes having that number 1 overall pick a lot more stressful, honestly.
Yeah, the first round, I think the one big thing, and we're going to get this draft started here as soon as I make this statement because we are about 9:00, so we'll start things up. But I will say, the one thing you want to try to avoid is the first round bust. I mean, that could absolutely kill your team. Like Jonathan Taylor last year, most people that drafted JT 1 or 2 overall, their team tanked because of it. So that's another hot name that'll be discussed later on in this draft. What's going on there with him, and is he even going to play? I know he's on the PUP list to start the year, but you guys can go ahead and draft him in the first round. So that'd be great if you did. So, and when I say that, I'm joking, of course, to all our listeners that don't know the difference. But Aldo says here in the chat, who should I draft at 7? Although my answer always will be.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the chat.
Oh. You should draft Justin Tucker at 7.
Yeah. I mean, I think Zimmerman's right, though. Justin Jefferson probably should not be the first overall pick. Y'all should let him fall to, like, I don't know, just throwing a number out like fifth or so.
Fifth round. All right, boys. Well, here we are. We're ready to rock and roll. Is everybody here? AC, it says you're not in the room, but I know for sure you're definitely in the draft room. RKB is the only one saying he's not in the draft room. I saw he said something in the chat. What did he say? He said, all right. AC, you have his number on standby. So like if for some reason we get to his pick, if we could reach out to him, or I could do it.
Yeah,
here in the
I'll
chat.
shoot him a text. He's right after me. So
cool. Sounds good. Well, I guess we're here. We are at our start time. So let's get this draft started, guys. Without further ado, the Barroom Network Draft 2023 is underway. So, Steven Zimmerman, you're on the clock.
Let's see, huh?
I've already told you guys. If you pay attention to our little group chat we've got going on, I've told you who's going number 1. Joe, I've told you explicitly multiple times.
I'm not sure if I was supposed to believe you or not.
Yeah,
right.
What's her
I
name?
tell you, my job would be a lot easier if I was picking number 3 or 4, because personally, I believe that Tyreek Hill is the best offensive player in football right now.
I knew you were going to do that. All right.
He is hands down.
Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
He is hands down the best player.
Go for it.
Problem is,
And draft him.
Draft with
he plays on a really stacked team.
You're the GM, brother.
Do it.
How do I pick?
Yeah,
There we go.
Jamar.
Oh, Chase.
Okay, interesting. I
knew
thought
that
you were,
was- I thought you were kidding when you said that.
I was thinking Chase, but I guess I'll go with Jefferson now.
I can't really fault either one.
Jamar Chase has taken me on deep playoff runs the last 2 years.
Tooch
It would
loves
be incredible.
Austin Eckler. I'm pretty sure.
That's like I said, strictly a numbers game, amount of touches a player gets in a game for that pick. But Tyreek Hill was in my cloud as well.
I might regret this, but I'm gonna take Bijan Robinson. Right
Oh, you're gonna regret that.
That's
Wow.
the third player in
You
my
gonna
cloud.
regret that?
I'm just because they're so far to come back. I need a receiver, but I
yeah.
wanted Christian McCaffrey, but Ross Reed kind of sniped me there right before I picked. So I went with Bijan. I think he's going to get a lot of carries down in Atlanta, and he's going to do everything for him.
He's
So,
special, man. He's special.
All right.
I
I
just think
messaged
he's going to have a
RKB.
slow start. That's just me personally, but
Well, I guess we'll have to find out. He is listed as RB3, but you never know. I mean, I obviously think he's a superior talent.
sure, he's listed as that. He's not going to be that. We all know that, at least.
I know. RKB is on the clock. I did shoot him a note in the chat in our sleeper app.
I texted him, told him to hop in the draft. At the very least, I guess it'll be auto drafted. Who would be auto drafted to him?
Kelsey.
Well,
I mean, that's not terrible. I had him last year.
if
How's
he
about this
responds-
though? In a year that everybody's talking about using the RB0 strategy a lot more, that I used last year and made it pretty deep in our league. I think I finished third with it. We're still seeing 3 running backs going in the top 5. I mean, like Tooch said, it's a numbers game. You got to figure how much these guys are going to get touches. Yeah.
Yeah, like Bijan should touch the ball 20 to 25 times a game.
Yeah, when you got
he
12
should.
teams in the league, that turnaround is a lot of players go between your first and second pick, especially for you.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
He does.
That's
I
why
did
running
pause
backs
it
go
for
so fast. They go so quickly.
Yeah.
Touches.
I paused it for RKB, so I'll give him a second. Oh, I say
When
he's
it's
got him on the phone.
PPR,
I'm trying to call him.
you know, targets. Targets is the number of targets in a game.
Yes, sir.
For sure. All right, we'll give him 1 sec. The first round pick's an important one, so I want to make sure he gets his person. Obviously, if he's not available right now, we'll let him roll with Kelsey. But
the top of I probably did today alone. Probably did 20 mocks, and this is not how.
So you really did 100. You really did 100 then, huh?
You sound like me in the springtime, brother.
I'm a happy guy right now. I mean, I'm good. I'm happy with my options. I'll probably end up with. So, thank you guys, man.
I've only been in this league for 3 years. I know we're going on 5 total, but if this league has taught me anything, it's that mocks mean nothing with you guys.
They go out the window completely. The second that you step into the draft room, everything goes out the window.
Well, I'm
Can I
sitting here
recommend
doing
making
mock
a cloud
drafts.
of players for that reason? Make a cloud of players that you take at each round.
Yeah, for sure. So no contact with RKB at this point. I'm just gonna let it roll.
If I say cloud, Aldo thinks weed.
You can't be mad at Kelsey, man. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at getting Travis Kelsey.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I think he's getting a good player.
All right, so we're gonna resume the draft. If he pops in the next 12 seconds, he can choose whoever he wants. But otherwise, he's getting Travis Kelsey, which you can't really go wrong with that.
Yep.
Obviously, the best tight end in the land, and it's not close.
Hey.
All right, that puts Aldo on the clock.
Aldo,
talk me through it, Aldo. What are you thinking?
Well, normally, historically, I like to go running backs early in the draft, but I think that the tier 1 running backs are already gone. When you have McCaffrey, Eckler, and Robinson, those are the 3 running backs that I targeted as tier 1 running backs. Barkley, I like Barkley a lot, but he's just not from year to year to year. He's just not a consistent tier 1 running back. Now, maybe Nick Chubb can be. I'd have to go on a limb, but this year I'm really leaning towards stacking up at wide receiver, first round and third round. So the choices are narrowing down to Tyreek Hill or Stephon Diggs. Chat room, help me out. Tyreek or Diggs? Cliff is saying Tyreek with a question mark. That's not very affirmative.
It's Tyreek out though.
I think, but
for me,
Aldo,
it'd be Tyreek.
You gotta think about Tua, man. Once he gets a concussion or something, who's gonna be
Tyreek
White coming in.
Even last year, Tyreek
Mike
went
White's
off
the capable backup.
Yep. Well, that was the kiss.
Hill
That was the kiss of
was
death.
the number 2.
I'm picking Tyreek.
Yeah, number 2 overall fantasy wide receiver.
I should have said nothing. God. All right. Let's see. God. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I think this one's easy for me. I gotta go. I know he's rumored to be pretty unhappy, but I mean, I love the combo of him and Josh. So I gotta go Stephon, man.
Yeah.
Can't argue
Can
with
you
that.
dig it?
Can you dig it?
And Vincenzo Parisi on the clock.
Thank
here.
you for reminding me. I got to go come up with names for my other leagues.
There you go. That's a very valuable part of fantasies. You gotta have the good team name. All right, CD. Okay.
Lamb is off the
So
board.
all the receivers are going off the board.
Brother Gaines on the clock.
What are you thinking, Gaines?
He's thinking running back.
It's someone on the Bears.
He's wondering if it's too early to take Justin Fields.
Oh,
Devante
Devante Adam.
Oh man, you guys are making things tough for me here.
Clifford,
I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the guy who I think will finish as running back 1 or 2, definitely top 5. Taking Nick Chubb.
I knew it. No,
Come on.
Joe came hard on Chubb there.
Full Chubb for sure.
Well, you got a team name now.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
You didn't leave much for the champ down there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Yeah.
go.
The double back pick with the champ.
Yeah. I think I'm going wide receiver here with AJ.
Yep.
And then I'm going to back that up with Garrett Wilson.
Ooh, my goodness.
I was about to take Wilson. I knew you were going to take him though, because Adam
Garrett
and I
Wilson.
both love Garrett Wilson.
Damn.
That guy's going to be
definitely
competing with
got
the
it.
sideline for targets this year. That's for sure.
I'm going to go with a guy who, God, I hate that I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it because I feel strongly about it. I'm going to go with a wide receiver here. I'm going to go with the guy that was injured for a couple weeks and he still finishes wide receiver number 8. St. Brown is on my team.
Target monster.
Target machine.
Okay.
There goes King Henry.
There goes Mahomes. I knew Vinny was going to take him. Vinny would take a bath with Patrick Mahomes if he could.
I've heard he's a bath bombs guy. I don't know if that's true.
That's right. State Farm commercial. That's right.
Let's see.
All right, Lauro, be nice.
Cliff says that we're pretty good. Thanks, Cliff.
Man, okay. Let's see. I think with this pick, this is gonna be a gut pick on how good I think this kid is gonna be this year.
I know who it is.
Here we go. Wait,
You're doing
I didn't seem confident in that. Here we go.
No, you don't. Okay, I like it, but that's not who I thought you were going with. But I like it.
Yeah.
I thought he was going with a stack.
Using the zero RB strategy.
Well, it's interesting here that I think that all of the wide receivers chosen were the first that were the wide receivers I was thinking that would be a good combination with Hill. So Brown is gone, Wilson is gone, St. Brown is gone. So now, and Olave, I was kind of iffy on him, but now I'm looking at running backs, and the kid that I've always liked since I saw him down at the Senior Bowl, Tony Pollard of the Cowboys.
Oh, it's Joe's love affair.
I almost took Pollard.
Right too.
I almost took Pollard instead of St. Brown, but I wanted to have another receiver to go with Chubb. And it's a 12-man league, so I'm thinking about that stuff.
It's going to be weird. Joe always has Tony Pollard. It's going to be weird seeing him on a different team.
Does anybody know the news on Cooper Kupp? Is he?
It doesn't look good for week 1.
You should draft him right now is what you should do.
You should grab him, Aaron.
Draft him for sure.
Draft him right
Y'all.
now.
God damn it.
He's on his way to see a specialist to find out why he's been having these hamstring problems.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks, I believe, is the time.
I'll go with Waddle. Man, Kupp is. You talk about a guy who just catches a ton of balls. That's him. But man, if he can't play half the year, I can't have him on my team. Not in the second round.
Everything went by really fast here.
That's what she said.
Huh. All right, the Tooch. She's got Eckler. He's got Jacob.
Man, both my picks are going to take one back to back. It's
I
rough.
almost took Jacobs, man, but where I went running back first round, I was like, I gotta get a receiver here.
Yeah, that's just a value pick, you know.
Let's see. Thinking another wide receiver, but I should probably get a running back.
Well, Cooper Kupp's pretty good.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a good
staying
value
away
right
from
there,
him.
for sure.
No,
I didn't want to say anything, but
Connor Bedard.
Jonathan Taylor too. He's out there still.
JT.
Maybe I'll go with Nige.
Okay, he should get
Solid.
the
Yeah.
bulk of those carries in that
We'll
backfield.
see.
Yep. But full speed ahead, 3 yards at a time, Frankie.
Hey, that's fine. It's good on the goal line.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't fumble, right?
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Yep.
All right. Through 2 rounds, there's not a whole lot of surprises other than maybe Chase at 1, and
I like
more
Hurts.
importantly,
But I like
Go
him
ahead.
a lot more in a stack with AJ Brown. And that obviously wasn't going to happen at my draft position. So just got to
We
thinking
guessed-
through my processes here.
you're taking Joe Burrow right now, aren't you, with your 2nd round pick? I knew it.
Oh, that's a stack.
It's a stack. I don't know if it's a good enough stack.
You can't do it in the 2nd round, but I hear you.
That's just it.
Well,
But,
You got
I've got to make a
2 picks.
That's it. I've got 2 picks now, and then I've got 22 picks before I pick again.
Yeah.
So I got to make them count. This is the strategy that comes in with the first pick.
This is
So-
true, and it's the snake.
As much as I like him better in a stack, maybe I can grab Devonta Smith later.
Zim loves the snake. There you go.
It makes this pick a lot easier though.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I think I got to go to quarterback because by the time it gets back to me, it might not be there. So
Well, and that's my big issue is the stack I really want to grab. I know is going to be gone by the next time I draft, but I wasn't going to take him 2nd and 3rd round.
sorry, Zim, I'm going to take him.
No, that's fine. I think that's a great spot to draft Burrow, honestly. If Hurts wasn't
Definitely.
on the board, I think I would have done that. If
He
Hurts
wasn't coming
still there.
back.
Yeah.
Round 4, no way.
Well, Etienne just told his brother down in Florida he needs to go to Colorado.
Tooch loves Calvin Ridley. Tooch
I like him this year with the upgrade.
Tooch is it because he likes gambling? Is that why you drafted him?
Strictly a gambling pick. Yep. Guy after my own heart.
Oh.
What is Ross listening to me? What the hell?
Yeah, he probably is actually. Cliff has a valuable point about Burrow. Early for Burrow, he's got injury concerns as well. It's also a valid point,
They say he's on track for week 1.
which I don't understand. I don't know why you need to rush him. They don't have a tough schedule. You need Joe Burrow for the late
he's
run.
on auto.
Yeah.
Kirkland.
Who's their backup?
Does
Up
he
in
want
Cincy.
up there?
It's like
Aldo.
I did it to you. I did it to you.
Have fun.
Although
Although-
I like your team. I gotta
Real
say,
quick,
I like
although
the
I want to
team.
say, although I
Yeah.
love that pick, Jahmyr Gibbs for
Yeah.
me this year is like when Alvin Kamara burst onto the scene. I think that's what we're going to get with Gibbs this year. I really
I'm
do.
super excited about it.
They said they're going to use
I
him
like-
in a ton of different positions too, so it's not just a running
Yeah,
back.
he can go out wide. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead and take probably top 2 tight end. That he should finish top 2 in tight end.
I can't believe he lasted this long.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get my guy Marky Mark.
Yeah, that's crazy how long he lasted. Great pick, Aldo. Lara.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We do look alike.
Yeah, he's very true.
Somebody needs to make a Step Brothers, like take the cover of Step Brothers and put Aldo and Laro on there.
Yeah. All right, Vinny. Vinny asked me for a link, and I told him it's there. So if he needs it, he's gonna send me Brees Hall. Okay.
Takes Brees Hall.
Yeah, I sent
When
them a
he's
link
healthy.
as well.
He's a beast, Brees.
Oh, now the tight ends are going.
The Walrus. I like that.
I'm on the clock, boys.
Waller's set up for a big season too.
Mhm.
Yeah. The run on tight ends.
Come on, Joe, pick. Hurry up.
Shut your mouth.
Tell us what you're thinking, Joe.
Yeah.
Ask the people here what you think of a prospect or a player, and they'll be completely honest with you. I promise.
The chat room can pick for Joe.
Yeah,
see what they got.
I'm
Joe,
very conflicted here.
You cannot miss on the 49ers defense right now, okay? They're gonna lead the league in scoring.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's not too early for kickers.
Never.
Not just ask the
I'm
Raiders.
going to do it. It's a PPR league. I'm going to go with my gut here. This is a wide receiver 1. I know people think it might be a bit of a reach, but I really like Amari Cooper as a PPR target this year. I'm going to take him here.
As long as his quarterback can get back on track up there, that could be a solid pick.
He had freaking a bunch of scrubs throwing him the ball, and he was doing okay. So I know that's a bit of a hot take there. Yeah, I was thinking about mixing there, Adam. I thought about it.
I got to get it back, and I don't think quarterbacks are coming back around.
Don't you do it.
To me, so you know what's happening.
Homer.
I was actually thinking of grabbing
It's
this
top
one.
5.
That's a homer pick if I've ever seen one. He is a 6th-round player at best.
Stop.
Oh, wait a minute!
Stop.
Did you get your
Stop. I'm
Bears
sorry.
Barroom
Throw me.
here?
Show me the proof.
You're
that-
wearing his jersey right now. Stop it.
Come on. I can be a fan of the player and
Like,
like
who's
have
our producer?
realistic
This guy, just
expectations
let
for
him
him.
going off like this. Y'all can put him backstage.
I could. Maybe I will.
He's wearing his jersey. That's the ironic part. That's great.
I'm definitely
I
not.
love it.
Gaines got his bear, guys.
I'm definitely
Right.
not mad because that's the exact stack I was going to try to hit. But that's what I'm saying. I can't take Fields and Moore in the 2nd and 3rd rounds, respectively. Like, it's too early for that. Them both going in the 4th, I think, is totally fine.
Yeah, I mean,
were you looking for a 4th and 5th turn for Moore and Fields there? Sim?
That's what I was hoping for. Was last of 4, first of 5, Moore to Fields. In a non-Bears league, I think it's completely reasonable. In this league, I knew there was no chance.
Yep.
And
in
sure
a
just
10
little bit of hope.
team, it might have worked too. In a 10 team,
Yeah.
it probably would work.
No, you guys just let me have the hope that it might be there, and now I'm all mad and bent out of shape.
Yeah.
And
Broken. Yep.
So I want to bring up real quick because I took Aaron Jones over Stevenson, and I've been in this conundrum in like 20 drafts now, and I kind of go back and forth. For me, I put Jones a little higher, but I got to toss it, float it around the room quickly before we keep going here. Adam, I'll toss it to you first. Jones or Stevenson this year?
I'm going Aaron Jones on that.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I think they're going to use the hell out of him this year. He's getting older. His contract's running out. I think they're going to use the hell out of him. Probably a lot in the passing game.
Damn,
all right.
Lamar Jackson.
Tooch, I know you like Ramondre.
Nope.
Yeah, good player.
Nope.
Where's the nope sound effect coming from? All right. We got another quarterback, Jackson, off the board for RMX. What is that? Who's doing that?
It's got to be the guy. It's got to be the Godfather over there.
I'm sure.
We
got another.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry. We'll never do it again.
All right. I love it.
His reaction. All right. Well.
Damn, Reed took Higgins from me. I was hoping he would squeak a couple more spots. Have that Burrow Higgins combo.
Well, I almost took him, but I already had 2 receivers.
Yeah.
And,
Let's see what we got here.
All right. So we have Vinny Parisi who joined the stream. Well, he was here via audio and now he's gone. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Yo. What's
I'm
going
gonna
on,
go with
fellas?
Keenan Allen. I think
How we
the Chargers
doing?
are gonna have a good year.
That's Vegas, Vinny. What y'all talking about?
You're damn right. I put on sunglasses so Frankie Mueller or Aldo can't look at where my eyes are.
Oh God.
It's fair.
Joe, how do you get it to everybody in the bottom?
What happened? Hang on. I'm playing with it. There it is. Oh.
It's got its own side.
It's alive. It's like tweaking on me. What is happening?
Hey, Tooch, that was a great
There,
pick,
Yeah,
brother.
Value pick means, wide receivers are gone. I'm going to, maybe flip one of those 3 running backs for something good,
Big
Just where we're at in the draft.
deal.
Big deal. That's right. All right. So we got Keenan Allen off the board. Sorry, getting people caught up here. We had a little bit of Vinny came on. Everything came off the rails per usual.
That's right. That's right, fellas.
All right, Zim, you get the double pick here. Tight end run is going. Hawkinson off the board. Newly extended Hawkinson with the Vikings.
I mean, he's got his money now. He's just gonna lay down. So,
how do you pay him as one of the top tight ends in football when he's had like 500-yard seasons for like 3 years?
Because he
years
is
in
one
a
of the
row?
best tight ends in football. It's not his fault he plays for the Lions. Now he's on
He plays for the
Minnesota and
Vikings.
actually being utilized properly.
We'll see.
yeah, they were feeding him a lot last year when they got
He's
him.
one of the top tight ends in fantasy football after being traded to the Minnesota Vikings last season. If I remember right, over the time that he was with Minnesota, he was tight end 4. Now, that's not saying a lot considering the inconsistency of tight ends in the NFL, well, in fantasy last year. But
I
they're
hear you, man.
obviously taking a big gamble on him. They expect a lot from him with that contract they gave him. So why the hell not? I hate everybody on the board right now. I really do. I don't want to draft. I don't want to draft. I don't like any of these guys.
Auto pick.
If it makes you feel any better, I had Hawkinson in the Guillotine League last year, and I ended up winning the whole thing. Not to remind Tooch, Frank, and Joe about that once again, that I won the Guillotine
You had
League.
9 lives.
Just in case you forgot, I won the Guillotine League, and that was the Guillotine League win by me.
How many
Hawkinson was a
times
big
can you
part of
say
it.
guillotine league in one sentence?
Joe, I won it.
No.
You, Frankie, and Tooch didn't even come close.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I was in the final. I was right there in the final.
Who's that saying that? Was I playing you?
That's Adam.
Adam. Hey, Adam Schwam. How we doing, man?
What's up, man?
My guy Laro, Tyler.
What's goody?
I know there's a lot of us here.
There is a lot
got-
here. And then, of
we
course, Aaron. I love Aaron. And then, my guy, Aldo. Aldo's my numero uno. I'm only related to one person in this group, though. And that's Mr. Frank Mueller himself.
Oh, damn it, Ross. I was like, yeah, I'm getting Scary Terry. And then
He's another one of our Barroom Network personalities, Ross Reed, who couldn't be on the stream tonight, but he is drafting, and he is continuously sniping Aaron Current all night long. Scary Terry, I like there this late. He could definitely be really good with a new quarterback. Foster in the chat reminds us that he is now in our Guillotine League.
Is that right? I did not know
is.
that.
Yes. So he's
Great.
in the league, and now he will feel the wrath of the chop. It is.
Well, now
George.
I'm screwed.
Yeah, now
How am I supposed to repeat when effing Foster's in the league?
You crazy, bro.
All right, freaking J.K. Dobbins. All right, I like it. AC.
I mean,
Baltimore
Jonathan
scares me a
Taylor's
little
sitting
bit.
there, but he's always so hurt, and we don't know what's going on with him. And
He's
then I
on the
was
pup
thinking-
list.
Right. And then I was thinking Miles Sanders, but I don't know if he's going to have the same carries that he had in Philly down in Carolina. So I just went with J.K. Dobbins. I think he'll have a decent season. They gave Lamar a lot of weapons down there or up there. So
Yeah, they did. It's going to be interesting up there in Baltimore. In Gainesville, no pun intended.
Gainesville.
Or totally intended, actually. You're still in that area, right, Gaines? I didn't make that up, right?
Yeah, he took a picture with Roquan the other day.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, when I say Gainesville, it's not an actual place, it's a mindset, right, Gaines? Yeah, he's shaking his
Big
head.
facts, brother.
All right, Brandon Ayuk from RKB. That's a lot of chat about him coming out of camp, guys. Ayuk, we really disappointed a couple seasons ago and was kind of in the doghouse, and we'll see if he can shake that off heading into 2023.
He was pretty good last year.
Second half of last year, he was really good. All right, Christian Watson finally off the board. Aldo drafted a Packer. What?
Traitor.
Jesus Christ, Aldo.
I'm
Man,
not
the
mad,
soundboard's
Aldo.
on
I'm
point.
just disappointed.
Man, I was ready to hit the go button on Mr. Watson, but
Damn, I did it to you again, Laurel?
yeah, you did. Let's see. Man, can I say just how far Kyle Pitts has fallen, like from like when he first ever entered the league?
So
My
true.
goodness.
So true.
So you're gonna save him for me then and not draft him now? Is that what you're saying?
He's already got Mark Andrews.
You could have it. You could flex him if you want. Good luck with that.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go with a guy that I think he's just a very solid. He's always steady in fantasy, and I'm gonna go with him for my wide receiver 3 this year.
I like Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett.
Geno Smith likes him too.
Yes,
Look at all these great wide receivers coming off the board.
Very good pick. Before I announce my pick, I just want to know, how do I get Dan Aguirre to make a soundbite for my shows, saying "What the f, Vinny" or something like that? Like he
Just
did.
ask him to grow a beard, and he'll give you all kinds of sound bites.
Okay, I like to hear that.
Just call him at like 3 a.m. on his off day, then you can get the soundbite.
Exactly.
That's very true. That's very true.
Nope.
Okay, so I have 2 running backs, a quarterback, and a wide receiver. I think it's time we go wide receiver once again. And I know I have a high feeling about this guy. I'm close to this team now. I'm going to take Christian Kirk from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's go Christian Kirk. Let's go Jags. We're jagging off all season long.
Oh, God.
This is why time management is so important.
Wow, that's so many things wrong there.
I blundered my pick and took Drake London, and since we've seen Terry McLaurin, Brandon Ayuk, Christian Watson, and Tyler Lockett and Christian Kirk all come off the board, and it's just like, man, I really messed up taking Drake London.
Hey, man, I like Drake London, man. Who knows?
It's not that I dislike him. It's just that there's so much uncertainty down in Atlanta. Like, I understand they put all their eggs in the Desmond Ridder basket, right? If he doesn't fail or if he doesn't succeed at this point, it's 100% on Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's the chance that he doesn't.
I feel you.
I don't know. It's I tell you, if Desmond Ridder hits his stride, that team down in Atlanta is going to be real fun to watch this season.
Yeah. It'd be kind of crazy to see Caleb Williams end up there, and now you know, we'll see.
Nice stadium in the NFL.
That would be fun, actually.
Caleb Williams is going to Arizona. They're going to call up Lincoln Riley, see if he wants to come with him too.
Wouldn't that be something?
But imagine Atlanta like successfully pulls off the tank, and then they've got all this talent on the offensive side of the ball. They put Caleb Williams in there, and then 2 years later, we're talking like deep playoff runs consistently. Assuming that these guys are who we think they are, at least.
Right.
I had to take Deontay Johnson there. I think he's really underrated where he's getting drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I'm not getting any pussy tonight. That's why I'm here.
Speak for yourself, gentlemen.
What shall I do? What shall I do here, boys?
Joe, I think Jonathan Taylor is a really good pick, and I'm going to explain to you in this essay why.
I'm probably going to reach here, but it's a guy that I want really bad. And this
Aldo,
is a guy.
please clip that.
It's a guy that I want really bad. I want him to come to my team.
God.
No, sorry. I knew all those going to clip that. Anyway, I'm just going to skip the chase. I'm taking James Cook.
Mr.
Ah!
he wouldn't have made it back to me, and I want him. So
Are you gonna let James cook?
They're gonna let him cook this year. I really screwed
James
myself.
Dalvin Cook and Dalvin James Cook and back-to-back picks. Nice job, gentlemen.
Oh shoot, it's me again.
Gaines, were you gonna take James Cook if I didn't take him there, or were you going Dalvin regardless? You're muted, buddy.
I was 50-50, and you made it easier.
All right.
With both of those guys.
Someone's got an antenna, and they sound like they're getting abducted by aliens, but I don't know who it is.
Let's see, guys. God. Let's see. This is tough right here. I think.
I'm gonna mute around and see who the hell that is.
I'm gonna wait a little bit longer on that. Where are we at?
AC, it's coming on your end for the record.
Really? I don't hear anything.
You got your phone by your speaker?
Yeah, is your phone right there?
Yep.
I wonder if
Watching
just
our
put it on the
screen.
other side of the desk.
I just played the old mute roulette. I went around and muted everybody, and I figured out who it was.
My bad, y'all.
No, you're good, dude.
I mean, the government told us that they exist now, so
Yeah, they do.
Aldo,
thanks for looking out.
why you got to overdraft like that?
You know.
The gut feeling, baby.
Isaiah Pacheco. I think he's really well primed this year.
I got somebody sitting in my queue, and I hope KB don't snipe me on this one.
I got
By the way,
9 guys.
everyone in the
What's
chat
13?
room is saying that I make sense.
That's right. I see that. Yeah. It's definitely.
You make
Cliff and
sense? How
Foster.
people give you $1 or what?
Something like that.
No, yeah,
This
yeah,
is-
for sure.
This is so much better than talking about the White Sox.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
I know.
Yeah,
you
so
talking
is putting
about?
a fork in my eye.
This is
That's
what
a-
we'd be doing right now if we weren't drafting a football league. Zim and I would probably already be moved on to talking about our favorite onion flavor or something by now.
Yeah.
Are you
It was an
kidding me?
easy.
We'd
It was an
probably just
easy
be
decision.
silently staring at each other and still doing this draft.
Well, KB
Doing
told me
mocks
that
to get
he's
ready for Pitts.
in, so he
Or-
drafted Pitts on purpose. He told
Or
me
I'd
that
be
he's
in
in.
some kind of chat room with Aldo talking about our favorite Johnson on the Bears.
AC, Kamara that late's not bad considering he's going to be out the first three. I don't hate it.
I thought it was only one that he's out.
No, he's out the first three.
Three.
But
I
still,
let him
that's
sit
good
there
value.
and come in late and carry me to the title.
Let them marinate.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need him to start anyway. You got Bijan and Dobbins, so
Receivers
Yeah.
are starting to fly off the board, though. It was hard for me to pass on. Ever since I played against Alvin Kamara one year for the title, and he put up like 50 points, I've kind of had a fantasy crush on him. So
6 touchdowns on Christmas Day.
yeah, he
touches
killed me
wiener.
that day.
That was crazy, man.
Aaron, you ended up with Bijan Robinson.
I did.
I told Joe I liked that pick. He'd be my number 1 running back on the board.
Yeah, well, I wanted McCaffrey, but Ross took him, so I was like, I'll take Bijan. I think he's going to get a lot of touches down there in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think so too. Hopefully that improves Kyle Pitts' game.
London,
It should
I'm
open
surprised
play.
London fell that far. What are you thinking, Zim?
Well, if I wait any longer to pick up an RB2, I
Here
I
you
am
go.
going to get
You're in-
bent over in this league. So I feel kind of cornered in taking a running back on this one. There's a pretty good one available who has been a league leader at some point over each of the last 6 seasons.
Jonathan Taylor.
James Conner. At some point over the last 6 seasons,
Man,
James
the
Conner
Cardinals
has led the
suck
league
so
in
bad.
touchdowns.
They suck.
Yeah,
so
the Cardinals suck so bad, and who's going to get the carries? Who's going to get the ball?
Who's gonna
What do
block
bad
in
teams
front
do?
of
They
him?
run the ball.
15 carries for 7 yards.
Nah, James Conner's better than that. We saw it last year. How good were the Cardinals last year? 3rd overall pick bad? How good was James Conner last year?
It was all touchdowns, though.
It's okay. That's worth 6 points.
All he does is score touchdowns.
They're not going to score very many touchdowns this year.
David Montgomery had to be a worthy running back last year on the 3-14 Bears.
And he will be a worthy this year. No one took him yet, right?
Don't.
And
David Montgomery? Yeah, that's a wasted pick. Go for it.
Laro said, "This is the last year I'm gonna be on the damn screen."
All the Mike Williams, okay.
Right before him again.
Man, Aldo, don't do it to me again, man. I just be nice.
It's it's happening. He's taking him right now, and it's not because of me, for the record.
Man, it'd be too early to take the guy that I want.
Cody Parkey.
It's never too early. In a 12-man league, when it takes so long to come all the way back around, it's never too early to take the guys you want. Ask
tough.
Ryan Pace. Have some conviction.
Jesus.
Zim, we're not talking about the White Sox, and you just decide to bring up Ryan Pace. Like, what are we doing?
All right, sorry.
Chris gets out of here.
3rd and 1. Fuck it, Coach Nagy. He's going deep.
Dan Aguirre's going to haunt my dreams tonight.
I tell you, it's getting to that point in the draft where, like, I'm cool with Jonathan Taylor.
I thought you were going to take him when you were talking about Connor.
Man, I was so tempted. I really was. I grabbed him in the 7th in my other league.
That's fantastic value there, Tooch. I was hoping he'd make it back to me. Brandon Cooks now in Dallas.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's see it, Dak.
Javonte, I think, is a good late season pick right there. And with DeAndre Swift and Christian McCaffrey already on Ross's team, I think it makes a lot of sense because he's not going to start the season very heavily. That's why they went out and got Samaje Perine.
Pickens lasted a long time.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be better than advertised.
Who's that? The Steelers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
We know they'll be at least 9-8.
Yeah, they're always 500 or better.
I think KB gonna do it, ain't he? He's gonna snipe me, ain't he? I think he is.
He's gotta.
If he ain't
He's the running back.
Keep up with the theme of the night.
RKB's taking
sniper's alley for me. Well, really most of the alley though.
He's taking Herbert right now. You can book it.
Do you guys think every team in the AFC North could be good?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
I think every team in the AFC could be good. Who's the worst team? The Raiders?
Yeah, I guess.
Probably.
Oh my God! Aldo, what? You did me a favor.
I was
You
hoping
really
he'd
did.
make it back. I'm so screwed at tight end. It's all right.
Man, there is another back that I'm very intrigued by. You know what? I'm gonna go with Monty. Come home, man. We know you left, but come home. Come home.
I was thinking about him. I think he's gonna have a decent year.
I do too, man.
He's a backup, but he's gonna get some touches.
They're gonna be, but the thing is, like, they've already said it. Like, Jameer is gonna be anything. They're gonna line him up all over the field, so they're gonna have to have David in there to get those tough yards.
And Jamal Williams just left there, so they got to fill that goal line back.
And I personally think he's better than Jamal, so we'll see.
If my son knew about football, I mean, he plays, but he don't really pay attention to the NFL or nothing. I think Jamal Williams would be his favorite player.
Because of his swag, how he is.
The way he talks
my
about
favorite players.
The way he talks about Pokemon and anime and all that.
He's got 3 starts.
He just seems like a good dude, you know.
I just took JSN. Rate the pick.
I mean, he's gonna have targets.
Oh, he's in Baltimore, so
damn, brother Gaines just took the rookie of the year down there.
I didn't think that a tight end was going to fall back to me, but I feel pretty solid getting the tight end this late with the high upside and David Njoku. So I will take.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the other one over there in Buffalo.
You know, Njoku's really interesting, but Deshaun Watson has never had 1,000-yard plus tight end. He's never even had an 800-yard tight end. He does not like his tight ends.
He doesn't like you.
I mean, I'm not a masseuse, so.
Oh my God!
You teed it up for him there, and he
I was
just
gonna
knocked
say,
it out of the park.
I'm pretty sure he's dealt with a tight end or two in his day.
Toot.
He's making Darren Fells, and he never really had a good tight end though. Like really.
Hey,
yeah,
I know that.
Oh, do I do this? I've done this a couple times.
Joe and I don't get to talk about White Sox this week, so I got to shit on him for something else.
Please don't shit on me. I don't want to clean it up.
Oh, this.
Let's see. I'm gonna take a chance here on a guy that is fully healthy. This is a big league. It could really help me with the PPR machine. I took him in another draft the other day. I'm gonna go with Michael Thomas.
I love it.
Do you?
If he can stay healthy, that's a good pick.
I looked at him hard with my last pick. That is a good one.
That played a trick on my brain. I thought Aldo, just all of a sudden got super animated over a pick Joe made. He's been sitting here, moderately quiet the whole time. all of a sudden he gets, that animated and excited over a pick.
Aldo hasn't talked all night. He just been
I
hitting
love
buttons.
it.
I got off to a good start on my draft, and now it's getting away from me a little.
I like your team, Aldo.
Tough when you start getting down here.
12-man leagues with 12 plus is tough. Yeah.
What do you say we expand it to 16 next year? Let's really get some dog shit teams on the field, you know?
I mean, I ain't paying for it.
You could be like Tooch, Vinny, and myself, and Foster in the Guillotine League, 18 teams. That's madness.
Who won last year?
You.
Vinny, I gotta get you on BFTG, man. You're fucking awesome.
Anytime, man. You name the time.
Well, we got Bears Packers this weekend.
Yeah, Cliff, I agree with the Kadarius Toney idea there, but I
can't get on that train. I can't do it.
Yeah, he's a little injury prone, you know. He's only been in the league 2 years. He's been on 2 teams. He's been injured twice.
I think
not a
he
good
was
track
hurt at
record
Florida
so far.
too.
Yep. Guy's got all the talent in the world, but
you guys like Hollywood? You like Hollywood?
Do I like Hollywood Brown?
Hollywood's a pretty fun place to go. I've heard, never been.
No, I hate Hollywood, the place and the player.
I'm not gonna lie. I really want Hollywood Brown to have a good season because I've got a couple cards of his that could be flipped for a nice profit.
Zim's card collection and Vinny's fantasy team. Let's go, Hollywood Brown.
All right, man.
Singing a new tune this year.
Cliff, with my next picks, I'm gonna show you exactly what I think. Well, maybe not with my next picks. Sooner or later, I'll probably show you what I think about Kadarius Toney, though.
He's a bum.
I like the idea of Kadarius Toney. I don't know that I like the player Kadarius Toney.
He doesn't like you either. It's true.
Dude, I can't imagine he would. I don't have a lot in common with NFL players, aside from maybe Jamal Williams.
I just used that twice, that same comeback, so I'm running out of shit, guys. I'm sorry. He doesn't like you either.
I'm going to go ahead, as much as I hate these motherfuckers, I'm going to go ahead and take the number 2 back there that has a chance to punch Aaron Jones's workload in the mouth.
AJ?
Yes, sir.
Big thighs.
Frankie and I met AJ Dillon over the summer. He was he was walking a goat.
He was walking a goat.
That is, I'm not lying.
On a roof.
He was walking a goat on a roof.
So he had Tom Brady on a leash. Ooh,
love that. Love that.
Nice. And Aldo, by the way, I love the Trevor Lawrence
He's a
pick.
good dude.
Love the Trevor Lawrence pick.
Hell yeah, Aldo.
T-Law.
Taking
Yeah, I was
Jags,
hoping he filled
Aldo.
2 more spots.
Oh.
Now, my fun fact with AJ Dillon, like I'm big in the card world. If y'all have ever listened to South Bears Hitman, you know, like I'm stupid obsessed with sports cards lately. AJ Dillon is the #1 collector of AJ Dillon cards. He can't get enough of them. He will buy them off of anyone and everyone. He's got like a vault in his house of just like AJ Dillon 1/1 cards. It's ridiculous. It's honestly, I would do the same thing if I was a professional athlete.
Hey. I guess when you got money like that, you can do what you want to do. You know?
First defense goes off the board. Wow. In the 8th round. Okay.
Jonathan Taylor finally goes.
What do you guys think? Because like when I was thinking about David, Rashad White was somebody I was thinking about. But I'm just, what do you guys think? What's your take on Rashad?
I think when you got Baker Mayfield as your quarterback, you're going to get a lot of handoffs.
Yeah, and Rashad White is a dynamic receiving back as well. This is a guy that's going to get in the open field. He's a really dynamic player. I think Rashad White has he's got every opportunity this season to be a top 15 back, and I think that's a steal where he just got drafted.
He did, yeah.
It's a situation a lot like, in my opinion, James Connors, where the team around him might not be good, but that doesn't take away from the talent of the player himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike Evans has been down in Tampa for how long from #1 overall pick to Super Bowl champions. And he's got 1,000 yards every single one of those seasons. You know, individual player when it comes to fantasy is so much more important than the team.
Absolutely, well said, Jonathan. The Tooch, you're muted, but what are you doing here? I love it. Great choice. Yeah, you're gonna.
We're agree with you, Tooch. We're good too.
Yeah, Charlie Brown teacher for sure.
That throws a little kink in my plans there. That Cole.
I was I gotta, in honor of Gaines, I gotta have one bear on my team.
You mean you didn't want?
I like that pick.
No,
I like
I love the pick.
He was definitely in my crosshairs.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Like that's one of the backs that I think is going to have a big year this year, or I should say a year that nobody is expecting. And Brian Robinson, I really like him.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I'm banking on it.
Sam Howell's really going to open things up out in Washington.
I think Sam's good, man. I think he's good enough.
I think he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks. I think he's amazing.
I think you should draft him, Frank.
Yeah, Sam Howell. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I can't go amazing yet. I just got to see him. I like him.
I love what I've seen from him in the preseason.
I agree with you. I agree.
In college, he was great in college.
His junior year, he was like getting first round buzz, and then he lost some weapons down at North Carolina, and all of a sudden he fell to the 5th round that they grabbed him in. So
Washington has a chance to be pretty good team.
It's time for me to scroll down and see the next part of the draft. All right.
Odell.
There you go.
OBJ listed as #1 on the Ravens depth chart.
Odell.
Is he really listed as 1?
Who else is there, man? You got Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers behind him. He's getting the lion's share of those targets.
Man, Zay can play, man.
It's the first time in Ravens
Sure
history they
can.
had all 5 wide receivers are first round picks.
I think Zay is gonna eat, man. I like Zay.
I think Zay is
Yes, he is.
going to be rookie of the year this year.
Tyler, you've been to the training camps, obviously, right? How's he looked, man? How's he looked out there?
He looked down. He got separation,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, yeah. And then on command, when Lamar got chased out the pocket, he came back to the ball, and so like that shit was hell of impressive.
I like it.
Interesting.
Yeah, a little
All
Deuce
right.
Vaughn.
Deuce.
You guys remember Tariq Cohen? This guy is Tariq 2.0, man. The next Darren Sproles.
Hey, you can draft Tyreek. You can draft him. Tariq Cohen. He's in the league if you want.
He's
He
coming
said he
back.
was gonna get some
he was on Good
workouts.
Morning Football.
He's not on a team, but
He
you
said
can
he's
draft him.
fully healthy, man.
He is, yeah. He's been doing some Twitch streaming, talking to people out there. saying he's healthy, saying he's getting some workouts organized. He hasn't had anything yet as far as the news is concerned, but I hope he finds a home.
Yeah.
That man had too much talent to go down the way he did.
Absolutely. And for those of you joining late, we are doing the Barroom Network Fantasy Draft 2023 with various Barroom Network hosts. We're at the halfway point, basically an hour in. We started the draft a little before the stream before the draft started, but it's been an interesting draft so far, guys. I think so far you're seeing a lot of wide receivers off the board. We got one defense off the board. RKB took one really early in the the 8th round? Yeah, so
he's back. He's back now.
Well, I don't think that the auto pick would have took the Niners. I think he did it I think he did that himself.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's been drafting live since the 4th
Cooper
round.
Cup.
Yeah, he came in and made the Lamar Jackson pick.
Okay.
All right, AC, talk us through what you're doing here. You need a quarterback. Are you drafting a quarterback right now? I love it. He's very intense.
AC, I'll give you my guy.
He's gonna draft Jared Goff. Oh wow,
Jamal Williams.
Nice pick.
Good pick.
Nice pick.
Got 3 starts.
Yep, 3 picks with Kamara out and lots of goal line work. I mean, Kamara's good on the goal line, but Williams, that's his bread and butter. That's what they're going to pay him to do.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's fun to watch and he's fun to talk to, and he fits in well down there. So I'm excited to see it. And Derek Carr's there now, and that's probably.
I muted that whole time because I was sitting there talking.
Yes, you were.
Yep.
Y'all said exactly what I said.
But
For some reason, the website over here froze on me. So
that'll happen when you got 10 people on one broadcast.
yeah. I just drafted on my phone. So I wish KB was in here to talk us through his thought process here.
Sweating us out over here.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Raj.
Fucking, I was hoping he was gonna. I was hoping he was coming back to me, and I'm really mad at you, RKB.
I was gonna.
Joe doesn't have a tight end though. You get the Njoku Watson stat though.
I'm not drafting Watson. You guys could have him.
Well,
Hey,
I thought about Rodgers when I
like Watson this year.
If Rodgers is supposed to make the Jets an instant Super Bowl contender, why is he lasting until the 9th round or later in most of these drafts?
Because people's rankings are really stupid and messed up.
Okay.
I would be willing to suck Aaron Rodgers' dick.
Thanks,
He's
Dan.
a drug addict.
That is an all-time classic.
Dan's living a lot closer to Aaron Rodgers these days.
I was on that broadcast when that happened. Like literally, I was on that phone call when that happened. That was classic.
Yeah.
I was crying. Darnell Mooney, great pick, Aldo. That's great value. That's great value.
Don't do it, Laro. Don't do it.
Do it. And we can
Don't
all
do it,
see who you
Laro.
want to pick in the reflection of your glasses.
Don't do it, Laro.
I have not sniped anyone.
I know what you're doing.
I want to go ahead and do this thing I want to do, but I feel like it's a little bit too early, honestly, seriously. But man,
Laro, I will never order from Amazon ever again. I swear to God, don't you dare do it.
I guarantee you I'm not doing something that you're going to do. Well, I can't guarantee that. But, gosh, man. This is tough right here.
I will call Jeff Bezos right now. I have his number.
I'm sure you do.
You should probably tell him to buy your White Sox.
Ah, gosh, man.
I hope he does.
We're not talking about the who?
The Nashville White Sox.
All right.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and get this stack and worry about what I'm gonna do next pick.
Damn it, Laro.
Gino.
Are you kidding me?
I knew that was gonna happen.
Are you freaking kidding me, dude?
He said, "Don't
Are
do
you
it."
kidding me?
The
The one thing I told
thought you were gonna
not
do
to
Tua. Honestly, that's what I thought you were. Oh, with Jackson. Oh, okay. My bad, brother.
Nice.
But I got
Just got a
Tyler Lockett too,
notification
you know?
that my wife is watching. So my baby, active duty Marine Corps baby. Mwah.
Hey,
hoorah!
What's up, Mrs. Gaines?
This game's what is it?
Oh, conflicted. I'm going QB here, boys. I'm deciding if I want to go between Dak and Watson.
Do Tua. Go for Tua, man.
Who are your wideouts again? Do you have CD?
No.
Oh,
Joe, I think Anthony Richardson has a lot of upside for you right here.
You're totally right. I got Amari Cooper, so fuck it. I'm gonna take a shot and either kill
You got it in Njoku too.
D Watson.
It's not a bad pick,
Brown.
Joe. That's not a bad pick.
I love that pick.
It's not
I love that pick.
I forgot I had Cooper, so it makes sense.
I mean, he's got good players around him this year.
He's got legs
For
too.
Watson, they have a great defense too. Yeah,
They
he'll
might
run it
have
up
added
too.
some fire under him too with the. Oh wait, never mind. Wrong person. Moving on.
Should I call my team the masseuse?
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Kincaid.
You got like most of the Browns' offense this year.
Yeah, that wasn't even intentional.
You win, you'd be sending Kevin Stefanski a Christmas card this year.
I wanted Aaron Rodgers, but he didn't make it back. I should have took him before, but it's all good.
All right, we are in round 10. I need my reading glasses, Aldo.
Can I just say I hate Dalton Kincaid?
Why do you hate him?
Why is that?
Really? Why?
Rookie
He's got a
tight
chance
ends
to be
never
good.
produce.
They don't. You're right.
They don't
Rookie
know how
tight
to
ends
throw the ball to
never
him, though.
produce.
So you don't hate him. You think he could be good eventually.
Right. I hate the pick, I should
Yeah,
say. Well,
for
I
sure.
do hate him because he destroyed Dawson Knox's value as well.
There you go.
There you go.
Screw Dalton Kincaid.
There you go.
Zim hates all of my picks.
I love
Papa
Jared
Bear.
Goff.
You love. I know you love. He won it for you last year.
You know, there's one team. There's like one of you guys' team every year that like I think is terrible, and then y'all end up winning the whole thing. So, just goes to show what I know about this stuff.
I did a rookie, or I was in a rookie draft yesterday, and I ended up. So my starting quarterbacks are Deshaun Watson and Justin Herbert. Now, this is a keeper league, so I drafted them 2 years ago, and I ended up with Anthony Richardson from the rookie draft. I'm hoping that could transition to something in the future, maybe. But then if not, I could try to draft another quarterback for the future later too. But having Herbert and Watson and Richardson for my future, not the worst thing of all time.
That's awesome.
I'm in a dynasty league where we just draft rookies every year, and it is the hardest freaking thing. I'm terrible at it.
It's hard. There's no doubt.
Gaines, I like Tua there this late. I was between a lot of good options still at QB. You could wait a QB this year, guys.
Vinny, did you see that report? Takeaway. That report about Smith and Smith-Schuster?
Yeah, that his knee could blow out at any moment.
Why would they release that? That's hilarious.
That's kind of why I thought about taking him right here, like kind of late, because it's like a boomer bust kind of deal.
Right.
Like I would never take him early, but in New England, like, I don't know. They're the worst team in the division, so I don't know why I'm saying in New England. Like they're, like Tom is still there, but.
Joe, someone's asking in the chat room, has anyone ever done a vampire league? I got to be honest, I don't know what a vampire league is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I heard of a concept of a Reaper League, and I'm wondering if it's a similar idea. Reaper League is when you run a 10-team league, but only 9 teams draft. And then the 10th team is comprised of players that were not drafted. And if you lose to the 10th team, known as the Reaper, if you lose to that team at any point throughout the season, you have to give them one of your players for free.
Whoa.
Wow, I
so
like that.
You're
I
the
like
Grim
that.
Reaper of the league. You come knocking on the door. Yeah, I love the idea of it. I think it's super
That's
creative
awesome.
and a different
Cool.
way to play. Yeah.
I would love to play that. The Vampire League. I wonder if that's just all players that sat in a
Vampire
dark
League's the
room.
same thing.
Oh, I thought every player had to sit in a dark room this summer before, so like Aaron Rodgers would be the
Oh.
number one pick.
What happened, Laro?
No, I forgot the time, but I was probably gonna end up taking him anyway.
Do you want me to? I can pause it and back it up if we want.
Yeah, go take
No,
Higbee.
the other guy I was gonna do was just, something else, so never mind.
You know which tight end
Pause.
finished number 6
Pause.
overall?
What is that?
Last season.
Tyler
The
Higbee.
number 6 overall tight end last season.
Oh, Higbee.
Yep.
Nice.
Don't lie.
Cool.
Why would you take a kicker so?
Yeah, we're
early,
out here drafting
KB?
kickers in the 10th
First
round.
defense and the first kicker.
I swear he's auto picking. No,
That was
Yeah,
a real.
he is- he is now.
That
I don't think he's here. He doesn't have the green
Right.
circle next to his name.
yeah, he's
Yeah, but he must have set a board because an auto pick would have taken like Dak Prescott or something. I don't
yeah.
know.
There's no way
I
a
don't
kicker
know.
would have got
His
auto picked.
green
in the
light
10th
has been
round.
on and off.
well. Does he already have a quarterback? Yeah, he's got 2 of them. Yeah, it wouldn't pick a third quarterback though. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
You know, outside of tight end, I really like the team that Ross is putting together over there.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust Dalton Schultz down in Houston, but I mean, what's a rookie quarterback's best friend is a good tight end. So
Yeah.
I just realized I have way too many Browns on my team. I'm so screwed.
Just call your team the Cleveland Steamers.
That was classic.
But I guess it could work out in my favor if they're really good.
I want you to think about what you just said.
Yeah.
You just insinuated that the Cleveland Browns.
If they're really good.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Nick Chubb's amazing.
Last time the Browns were good, they moved to Baltimore and won a Super Bowl.
They're not going to be 4 players on your fantasy roster good.
Tell him Aldo.
I don't know that any team is ever. That
There's
good.
no way I'm starting all 4 of them in a single week. That's for sure. I can promise you that.
You better
Okay.
start loading up, so you got a big bye week to look at there,
Yeah,
Joe.
week 5.
No, I'm just not going to start a team week 5. I'll be fine.
Hope you're playing me.
This is my favorite part of the draft. All your starters are accounted for, and now you get to gamble on some guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're not good, you just drop them and pick somebody else up off of waivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zim, you could do this portion of the draft based on like whose card has the highest upside.
Yeah, I sure could.
Oh,
Jalen Hyatt. This dude is getting insane separation at the point of the catch. Like,
he's really good.
He has been everywhere. He's going to be wide receiver 1 for the Giants at some point this year. No discussion about it as far as I'm concerned.
The only problem is he came from the Tennessee offense, so he knows like 3 routes. And
Yeah, but he runs those 3 routes damn good.
there's one of them he runs really good, and that's the go, but he's got Danny Dimes throwing it to him.
It's okay. Danny Dimes threw it to Odell, and he turned out just fine.
Danny Dimes is also
No,
probably an
Eli
improvement
did.
over Tannehill.
That's very true. All right, I need a backup tight end. I like this guy. He's going to be in a much improved offensive system this year with a quarterback that can only go up from where he was last year. Greg Dulcich.
That's a good pick, man.
It's because he's in Denver.
It don't matter. Dulcich, he won some people some games last year.
Sure did. Hawkinson and Dulcich as my tight end room. Yeah, I'm good with that.
He's got some big balls. Tooch loves Mostert, man. He loves him.
Yeah.
He's
At this
perfect
point
for
in the
that
draft,
Dolphins
that's a
team, man.
steal.
Yeah.
So is that.
Strictly a value pick.
Tooch, did you draft any Hawkeyes?
I haven't right now. I don't think I have it.
I think his team has a few. Oh, Hawkeyes, Iowa. I thought you said hot guys. My bad.
No, I think we all got a couple man rockets. We all have.
Hey, that's another pull, Aldo.
No, I'm gonna look right now. Whose team is the hottest? Who has Dalton Kincaid?
Who's got Jimmy Garoppolo? Nobody.
Well, Vin,
yet?
according to you, Aldo's got what's his name? Can't think of him. Who's your boy?
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
No, Trevor Lawrence. He has good days and bad days.
Horse face.
I think he's always got bad days.
Well, him and the Jaguars are
Looks
getting
like
the number
Jar
one seed in
Binks.
the AFC this year.
Is that what they're doing?
Laurel
Easiest
picking ahead of me is like
schedule
scary.
of all
Like I
time.
can't relax.
Hey, Joe, is this about to
Can't
auto
relax.
pick him a third quarterback?
Hopefully.
If it does, I will undo it, and then we'll have one of you guys dial him up.
Kadarius Toney. Give him Kadarius Toney.
Because Dak's on the top of the list.
In all reality, that would not be a bad addition to his roster at this point in time.
Hopefully not. If it does,
He
then I
actually
will
only
undo it.
has one running back on his team.
For running backs, and there's just nothing there.
Yeah, his team's a rainbow of colors.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Honestly, that's not a terrible pick.
Yeah, I
Zeke.
think there's value there at that point.
I personally
That is
would probably
great
go
value.
with like Devin Achane in Miami. But Zeke's a great value too. I like rookie upside more than I like veteran upside. That's just me.
Well, yes, I agree with that.
I think my roster shows that. I've got Jordan Addison, Deuce Vaughn, and Jalen Hyatt so far. Like,
I was definitely gonna have him marinate on my bench, Aldo. God damn you. I'm gonna go with another guy that I think could take off this year, and he's gonna get every opportunity. I think.
No.
Yeah. Good one.
God damn it!
I
God
like him better
You want to
never
brother
seen James
Gaines
get
put a
mad.
hole in that couch over
Sorry.
there.
You better be quiet. Hey, you better be careful when your swole ass gonna break something. You better chill out.
Great freaking pick, man. I know.
Laro.
I should
Laro,
never looked at you.
you won't like him
I
when he
should
gets
never make eye
angry.
contact.
I know. God damn it.
Laro, who's
No
your
problem.
favorite team in all of
Good job.
sports?
Good job.
What'd you say?
Who's your favorite team in all of sports?
In all sports.
Yeah, in all of sports. You got
Uh,
one team you
one
get to cheer
team.
for the rest of
One
your
team.
life.
The Bears.
As bad as it sounds, bro.
I know what you're gonna say. Say
Man,
it.
fuck that. It's the Bears, bro. What the fuck I'm talking about? As bad as it sounds.
Okay, well, I hope the Bears go 3-14 this year again.
Whoa!
Wow.
I'm taking my guys. No,
I mean, the
kidding.
other team
You
would
didn't
have
take
been
my guy.
The other teams would have been between a Jerry Reinsdorf owned team. So I guess whatever.
You got to go with the Bears there, dude.
You got
to go with the
Vinny.
Bears there.
Vinny,
Yes.
you know who I'm taking right here?
Who are you taking right here? Let's see. You can't spell base without ass.
What? What the fuck?
Because I was looking at Tyler Bass, so then I thought of that
Oh.
saying. I don't know who you taking. Oh, you're taking my guy. You're taking the backup running back in Jacksonville.
The tank. I freaking love him this year. I think
War
he's gonna eat.
Eagle, Tank Bigsby.
Well, I tell you what, he really dealt with all the stuff he got with in Auburn. You know, they always had him as the first team All SEC every damn year. And boy, he really tore it up.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
This is
Him and
sarcasm.
ETN will be a nice little. I don't know if anybody has more fantasy weapons than the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Ingram,
ETN's
Kirk,
ETN's got
ETN.
some injury history too, so I like
Yeah.
Tank there. I think Tank's
ETN
number
doesn't
2.
really have injury history. He tore his ACL. It's like
Ugh.
a pretty common thing these days. Guys tear their ACL and then never get hurt again.
Okay. I was thinking about him. Okay, thank you. Help me out.
My guy probably won't make it back to me.
Man, Laro, man, I thought I had him. I thought I had him. That was a great pick, bro. That was
I
a
took
good
the
Very good
touchdown
pick.
machine in
that
Tyler
was my number one sleeper, and I was trying to not get him in like earlier rounds.
Who?
He was talking about Sky Moore.
Sky Moore.
Joe, what's going on there? You didn't take Gerald Everett. That's your
This
guy.
guy, I
That's
believe
where I
in this
thought he
guy.
was going last.
Did you have to freaking bring it up, dude?
He ain't making it past me. It's he ain't coming back around. But
I really considered taking him there instead of Boyd, but I think
Brother Gaines taking Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh man. Look at
Oh, Laro, who do you want most, Laro?
This guy.
That's a great question.
I'm just
Who
curious
is it that
before
you
I
like
make
a
my
lot?
pick. I'm just curious, like, who do you like?
This guy.
I'm dead.
Bro, I almost said it too because I thought it was my turn, bro. I didn't even look up at the screen. Oh my god.
You seem like an Elijah Mitchell kind of guy.
I was looking at Elijah because I need some more depth at running back. But man, I'm gonna overdraft this guy. I think because I think I'm not a big fan of Najee, so I think this guy has a chance to take some snaps away with his speed and his ability to just some explosive runs. Go ahead and take the guy, Jalen Warren.
I love Warren there, dude. I love Warren.
Good pick.
He was in my queue.
I can't speak on Steelers running backs because they drafted Benny Snell and then he didn't do anything. That's my guy.
I used to love watching Benny at Kentucky.
Buddy, tell me about it. I watched him break the record.
Man. But it was tough though, because he was mainly the backup when Le'Veon was there, right? Or was that towards the end of Le'Veon's?
I don't think Le'Veon was there. I think Najee, somebody had them in there because they didn't draft Najee until the year after. Because I remember, I was like, y'all got Benny Snell, you draft Najee. I don't remember who he was backing up, but
I thought Coach liked him too.
I mean, he's his kind of player, man. Hard nose. Maybe he'll be a running back coach back here at Kentucky soon.
When we get to the last few picks, our heads are going to cut it off, so I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. But I'm trying to play with the screen. We'll figure that out when we get there.
Whose head is the biggest problem?
I
think it might be mine.
We all have huge heads. Yeah, it's definitely Vinny for sure. Our KB is on the clock. He's here, but
that was him. I'm pretty sure.
Is KB here?
Well, I've waited this long.
His light's green.
Quarterback.
No, it's not auto.
I'm going to go ahead and grab Jared Goff.
Goff was sneaky good pick. Goff didn't have a single turnover through the last 9 games of last season.
It's a good pick.
They had to have made the playoffs knowing that.
Yeah, you would think they might have even won one in the last 30 years or so, but
I was just hoping Don Burr might be in the chat, get real mad at me for saying that.
Nah, he's probably watching some other Bears show right now. This is too inclusive to all sports teams.
I like when he joins the hockey show and starts complaining about the Red Wings, and then I remind him that Detroit wasted the second half of Datsuk and Zetterberg's career like fruit on a dead tree.
So wasting talent is all Detroit problem, not just the.
Yeah, we don't do that in Chicago.
Lions. Nah.
It is a problem in Detroit, though.
Don't mind me, guys. Just trying to figure out who the hell to draft.
Hey, you got somebody to throw to Hyatt? Have you already got a quarterback?
I got Jalen Hurts, my guy.
Oh,
but you know what? Another quarterback's never a bad idea.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett, breakout
Pickett.
candidate. Absolutely one of the guys to keep an eye out If you're looking at a player to break out this season, second-year player, Kenny Pickett's the guy. He showed all the indications at the end of last season. He protected the ball well. He won football games. He found his receivers open, and he didn't force stuff downfield. Just took what was there. Mike Tomlin's one of the best coaches of a generation. He's going to get Pickett where he needs to be.
Frank, rate that pick by Zim. Kenny Pickett.
I think it's fantastic. I love Kenny Pickett. Big Steelers guy.
I mean, it's not a perfect pick. On a scale of like 1 to 7, I give it a 6.5, but it's not bad.
For a backup, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Frank, he said 1 to 7 and then 6.5.
I know. He's not wrong.
I'm going to start saying that. That's funny.
Heck, it's a 6.75.
Yeah, you know what? Miles Sanders likes to get hurt. So I'll take Chuba Hubbard. A little bit of insurance there.
Brava.
I shouldn't say that he likes to get hurt. That's probably a little insulting, but he has an injury history.
Fearless McPherson for the King Bean.
Yeah.
Kickers before the last round is a mistake. I'm sorry.
Joe, when he beats you by a field goal when I'm playing you, you're going to eat those words. He's going to put a 55-yard field goal down your throat, and you're going to be regretting that.
Yeah, okay. Well, when he does that, I'll
You'll be getting a message from me.
I'm going to laugh when
13th round, I got the number 28 wide receiver from last year. 13th round.
Yeah, and he's
That's
got
great.
Jimmy
Who's
G
throwing him the ball?
Jimmy G. Somebody. I don't care who it is.
Somebody probably. They might just start.
Josh
pulling names
McDaniels
out
will
of a hat.
come off the bench and throw to him.
I like Myers. He's a guy who, is on my team every year at some point.
Good player.
So.
Good player.
Follow this guy on Twitter. He's in a league where if you bench your kicker, you put $5 into the league pool. And if he misses a field goal, you get minus 50. And so last year, I think it was the Rams when Gay was on the Rams. And I think it was the Rams. I could be dumb, though. He missed a field goal. He was going to bench him, and he was winning the playoff game going into the Monday night game. And he didn't bench him, didn't want his league mates to just roast him to death. And Gay missed a field goal and minus 50.
Wasn't it the championship?
Lose a playoff game. It might have been the championship. It was a playoff game for sure.
Imagine having the Cowboys kicker for that.
Oh my God.
End up with negative points for a week.
Pay the $5 and bench him.
I mean, Joe, if you don't like kickers, if you don't think kickers are people, just tell us.
I like kickers.
You're the commissioner. You're the commissioner. If only there was something you could do to, I don't know, eliminate that position. Maybe
eliminate kickers.
No, dude, we talked about this last week on Southburb Zipman, and we're not doing it. Kickers are a part of fantasy football.
All right, how's this? A 3-kicker league, right?
Or an all-kicker league. We can only draft kickers.
All kickers.
The Guillotine League doesn't have a kicker, right?
You're right. There is no Guillotine League. There is no kicker and no defense, but that's just the rules of the league.
I probably wouldn't have won if that were the case.
He just don't let y'all forget, does he?
Nope.
I can't wait for this Joe Frank showdown now. Evan McPherson hits like a 60-yarder to walk it off. And,
I can't wait.
Joe ends up winning 158 to 103, but damn it, McPherson got that.
What if McPherson's going to line up and he's going to miss the kick, and we have negative points for missed kicks in this league, so I'll win because
my
of a
phone
miss.
will be turned off and
Joe, can you see this? Can you see the schedule, Joe Mandel, of our league this year?
Yes, I can.
When do you play Frank Mueller?
Do you want to tell your joke, you and Camilla? Want to tell your
Then I feel like I play you first in every league. It'd be poetic if we played each other in this league. Week 1.
I'm trying to see where
you want to guess or no?
I guess it doesn't officially populate the schedule until we finish drafting. So.
Okay. Here, take this.
Yeah, it populates it after we draft, I guess. That's weird.
Got it.
Mr. Lara, what you doing here, senor?
I'm trying to think if I want to go the route of what Zim was talking about with some of these rookies that I like. But Aldo took the one that I definitely liked. So I gotta recalibrate here.
Want to tell you a joke? My 5-year-old wants a joke. Is that okay?
What?
Shoot.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with David right here.
How do you make a tissue to dance?
How do you make a tissue dance?
I don't know. How do you do it?
Put a little boogie in it.
Oh, there you go.
I like that.
All right, go ahead.
I'm crying.
Guys
I love it, guys.
What? And when are we watching TV? I want to.
Go back to Edley or Bluey.
Nice. All right, Gaines, don't snipe me here, pal. Don't do it, please.
I'm gonna take some long shots. My last two, and well, my next two.
Yep. You got to get defense and kickers still like me.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna draft those two, then pick which one I don't want, and then pick up something.
You got 4 rounds left, folks.
Vinny, I literally have no idea who the guy you just picked is.
Good job.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was an expert on his career either, but I did a little bit.
Pretty good. I was going to
did a little bit of research. Yeah, I'm seeing that he's a decent backup tight end to have.
I was going to take him actually.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not one to argue with it.
The guy, my backup tight end, he should make it back to me because I don't know if anybody is willing to take him. So,
well, don't count on it. I thought my backup tight end was making it back to me, and Vinny took him. So, and apparently Adam had his eyes on him too.
I've tweeted about him a couple times, so we'll see.
All right.
Big Bob Tunyon.
I finally get this far in, and I get a solid backup quarterback and Daniel Jones. I'll take it.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah. Yep.
Mitch,
number 9 overall pick quarterback.
God damn it, Adam! I was about to take him on the wraparound. You bastard.
Juwan Johnson, great pick. And then Marvin, man.
He needs a backup for Joku.
I thought I should have just took him because you didn't need another quarterback. Damn.
You guys want to know my guy? I have been stashing Marvin Mims rookie autographs all summer long. I think this kid has just enough of a chance to make me a profit on those things. Like, yeah, I like him a lot. Problem is he plays in I don't want to call it crowded. I'll call it crowded with quotation marks room in Denver, because for some reason they seem to think that Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy are good, despite neither one of them ever having proved it on an NFL field. So if those guys continue to do that, Sean Payton is not a guy that messes around. He will bench somebody, and Marvin Mims will get a chance.
Young Hui. All right, guys. Either you're gonna laugh at me, or you're gonna say
that Browns pick. Underrated defense.
There you go, Luke Musgrave.
I'm just trying to throw something at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah, I grabbed that one. A couple years back, Aaron.
Musgrave. Musgrave has a lot of opportunity with Jordan Love there. You know, if Jordan Love is as bad as a lot of Bears fans think he's going to be.
I don't think he's as bad as I think. We gotta chill. I don't think
I'm just saying. I think Musgrave will get a lot of targets if Love struggles even a little bit.
Yeah, there's no receiving tight end in front of him. I watch.
Right.
I don't know if you guys watched Greg Bragg's. He
Oh yeah,
he was doing the play-by-play of like their family practice or whatever. And I turned it on. I was watching Luke Musgrave because he's only outside of Christian Watson. I think I like watching him play. But dude, he was blowing by corners and safeties like it wasn't shit. Like I'm like, what the fuck? So I mean, plus the reports have been good. Like I guess he played really well against Cincinnati in the practices. So we'll see. We'll see.
Can you slide that screen up a little bit, Joe?
I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to change the view so it's a little different. It's going to change and it's going to be a little messier, but that's the only way I can get it to do it right now. So
I was just wondering.
I think I saw somebody call Jordan Love beige Jimmy Garoppolo.
Beige.
So I think that's I think it's fine.
What about Alex Smith?
You should definitely draft him for sure.
Like maybe a lower end high or Alex Smith. I don't know. That's something that popped in my head when watching him too.
Alex was pretty accurate, right?
I just hope Jordan Love is good enough to where they're not in the playoffs, but they're not picking in the top 5. Because if they were able to somehow swing and get Caleb Williams or Quinn Ewers or I think Drake May might even be good. Like, I don't want to deal with that shit all over again.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think I would quit football if they got Caleb Williams. I'd be done. You're telling me Brett Favre when I'm a kid, Aaron Rodgers in my teenage / young adult years, and then as I move into my 30s, Caleb Williams on the Green Bay. I'm done. I'd probably stop watching. I'd probably not care about soccer because they call it football. That's how out on football I would be. Disgusting. The thought of it makes me want to puke.
Man, that defense is we'll see. I don't know. We'll see, man. As a Bears fan, I'm like very I'm cautiously optimistic about being able to beat them. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I just want to see Justin please, Justin. Please. Just take this fucking league by the horns and just bring us into relevancy, please.
I just want Justin Fields to like not be bad. Like I don't even care if he's like a mediocre like to average quarterback as long as he's not bad, you know? I'm tired of having bad quarterbacks in Chicago. Just be good enough to stick around for like a decade.
What's the scoring for long field goals?
Oh yeah.
I think it's for a 50+ yard. I think it's 5. Let me double check.
What like who would be a good comp you would say, Zim, that you would be comfortable with that's in the league right now?
Kirk's a guy that like nobody's like that's my quarterback, but like everybody's like, yeah, he's gonna put up good numbers. Or like
Jared Goff.
Derek Carr, Jared Goff, yeah.
Dak Prescott.
I think Tua is probably in that conversation at this point in time.
He's just different with the legs too, man. Like if he could just get to, like you said, like arm average, man.
Zim.
Yeah.
Justin, the thing about it is those other guys, people expect him to get numbers, but they don't expect him to win. Justin has that question mark it factor that can like parallel superstardom if put together right. And that's the exciting thing what the front office has finally done, which is putting like good foundation pieces around them. And so what you're asking for, brother, I definitely feel like you're going to get this season and even next season because the pillars are around.
My main thing with it, and it's not that I don't believe that this team isn't set up to succeed. Like I truly do. But last season, like I was all about like, okay, they had 5 wins in 2021, right? If Justin Fields really is that dude, if he is that guy, he is guaranteed to win you like 1 or 2 games, like all by himself, right? Well, that means that you should win, 6 or 7 games. Well, they won 3. I think it's easy to say he won one of those games for you with that San Francisco game in week 1, right? We saw it in that game. They still only put up like 17 points in that game, though. Like, they still didn't really take the team by storm. And I understand they were playing in a monsoon. Like, I'm not going to try and
considerations them. How many games we lost by 1 possession, and that was one of our worst defenses that we've turned out in years.
Right, and I think that was by design.
Yeah.
So
no more
How about the Minnesota game when he fucking took it 50 plus yards for a touchdown, but
that they called it back?
Marquette, weak ass. Anyway, I'm done. I'm moving on to the next season.
Well, I mean, and how many Eddie Jackson picks have been called back over the last 2 years? You know, in the same sort of way. Like the Bears are not incapable of winning games. We all know that. We're all Bears fans here. We all know that. It's just, you know,
Gaines, you know you're on the clock, right? Gaines, just saying.
I'm just done. I'm just gonna wait and see, man. I'm gonna wait and see. But
I'm totally there. And I mean, I think the Bears are like a 6-win team at worst, right? They're gonna improve, but
I think.
Damn it, Adam.
If the offensive line is together, Zim, don't be surprised if we don't have a real shot for the division, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the division is wide open. Absolutely. You say if that's the big if though, if the offensive line is together.
You gotta see it on the field,
but even if what's the name? Left guard is still out. I mean, Nate is still better. And then our number 1 pick, our first round pick is hella decent. And so regardless, Justin will still have more time, regardless.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think we're in for a treat, particularly on Sunday. You know, with it being week 1 and everything, we're going to get to see some stuff we haven't seen before. Personally, I feel like it's going to take this team a few games to gel because they didn't really get to play together in preseason. And I don't think that's a bad thing because, I mean, we're not expecting a Super Bowl for the Bears this season. Like, I think even the most diehard, unrealistic fan can look at this team and say, like, yeah, probably a first-round playoff exit at best. But it's football season. That's what I'm excited about. I don't really care how good the Bears are right now.
And that's
on Monday. I'm going to be pissed if they're not good. But right now, I don't really care how good the Bears are.
Sure. Well, that's kind of where I wanted to go next. Is, you know, obviously we're in the last round. A lot of kickers getting drafted here, but you know, we have the kickoff. The season kickoff is 3 days from right now. You got the Chiefs going against the Detroit Lions. Just figure we could do a little round table, throw it around here. What does everyone think for that game? I know there's some big missing pieces for Kansas City on the defensive side of the ball. Although I figure we could probably start with you. Get your thoughts on that game on Thursday.
I'm sorry, I was prepping for my pick here.
You're all good. You're all good. I can defer to someone else. We'll come back.
A lot of prep to do here in the 16th round. I get it.
It turns the whole thing around. Go ahead.
Congrats to Adam on Dicker the kicker, by the way.
I had Dicker in my queue.
I believe it.
Rashawn Johnson in the last round, although I like that.
Yeah, take a flyer.
Aldo loves guys named Johnson.
The bigger the Johnson, the better.
Well, Aldo, now that you made your pick, what do you think about the season opener on Thursday?
It's going to be a great matchup, I think. You know, I'm really impressed with the Lions roster. They still have some holes. I'm not a huge fan of their coaching staff, but they've done a really nice job. Brad Holmes has done a nice job of building that roster. They're going to compete. They're going to play hard. KC should win because that's a championship team that knows how to come out and play as soon as the whistle blows. It's could be one of the more entertaining season openers in a long time.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely going to be a shootout. Of course, Chris Jones still holding out on the defensive side of the ball for Kansas City. They don't have a good defense to begin with. Without him, they're very not good. I would imagine that there's going to be a lot of points scored. Tooch, the over, I believe, over under was 57.5 or something like that.
What was that again, Joe? Sorry.
Over under for the game on Thursday?
I think it's 52, isn't it?
Okay.
I love the efficiency
I think
of
it's 52.
He does. I'm just pulling up DraftKings Sportsbook just so we can reference it here real quick. It's always a moving line, as you guys very well aware. Currently, it is 54.5 over under. So I'll take the over.
I would hammer the over on that.
Season openers always.
Can't wait. Cannot wait.
And then there's, of course, the big coming out party for Jahmyr Gibbs. I think you're going to see a big performance from him, especially in PPR leagues like ours. I'm excited for it. Adam Sham, fantasy takeaways or things you're looking at going into Sunday or Thursday's matchup. And then, of course, we'll have Fantasy Football Goon coming up on Sunday morning before kickoff as well.
Man, I agree with what you guys said. I expect a lot of points in that game. I would definitely be hammering that over on that as well. Hopefully that's going to lead to a lot of fantasy points also. I am anxious to see what Gibbs offers out there, how they're going to use him. They've said they're going to use him in some unexpected ways, so I'm interested to see how that goes.
Both teams have good offenses, but
yeah,
Chris Jones
yeah,
pulled out.
Chris Jones pulled out. Only one decent defense, so yeah. But on that note, guys, I'm out of here. I got to be up at 4 a.m., so I'm going to say bye right now. And it's been fun.
Adam, we will see you on Sunday.
My title. Good luck to you all.
Later, Adam.
Thanks, brother. Have a good one.
See you on Sunday, buddy.
Good night, Adam.
Later, man.
I think I came in at the wrong time. I heard something about a dildo as soon as I.
I thought I got up early, but
there's so many guys here, man. It's like a sausage fest.
Myro's the best.
Yeah.
It's like the special needs Brady Bunch.
Whoa. Here's the story of a man named Tooch.
Oh, I'm in the center square. All in, Aldo.
That means you're the maid, right?
That's right.
That's where they put what's her name? Alice.
you are the maid. But heck of a fun draft, guys. It's 12 teams, 16 rounds, so it's a bit of a marathon. I gave everyone 90 seconds. I know a lot of commissioners out there running leagues. They say, you got to keep it at 60 or you got to keep it the 30 seconds in the later rounds. But the way I look at it is draft day comes once a year. You might as well make the pick you want to make. And if you got a good commissioner, they'll let that happen. But
appreciate
it. Guys, I know we've been here for a while and we'll try to get out of here shortly, but real quick, heading into how do you guys feel about your drafts? I don't think we have to grade each other's teams because there's so many of us and so many positions, but we could just do roundhouse for the folks that are here. How do you feel about your teams? Let's see. We'll start with Laura.
Well, we'll see, man. I mean, I like how I drafted. I think I like my stack of Gino and Tyler, but I like my wideouts all together. We'll see about my running backs. I don't think I have a bona fide stud, but I think I have a couple guys that have a chance to be productive. Man, I think I'll be all right.
I love it, man. I love it
very
much.
Seahawks there, Lauro.
I know.
A lot of Seahawks.
I know.
Joe, you gonna dream about McPherson tonight?
I am. I'm dreaming about him because I just looked at the schedule. I play you week 2.
All right.
If Daniel Carlson wasn't sitting there, I was going to take the Chargers kicker just so I could say, "Don't snicker, Dicker's my kicker."
Congratulations, Gooch.
I'll take
you had
Carlson.
that one in the holster. You had that one in the holster for a while, didn't you?
Been holstered for 2 hours.
I knew it.
I still think that Chargers defense could come around. I thought so last year. I was wrong. So
I get to
like
play
their front.
We can real quick preview the week 1 matchups real quick. I got Gaines in week 1. Tooch is taking on Vinny. AC's going against Ross
son.
Reed. Yeah.
Try not to hurt you, son.
RKB's taking on Aldo. Frank's taking on Lauro. And Zim is taking on the champ, Adam. So
that's how I want it. Wouldn't want it any other way.
It's banner night for Adam.
I like Aldo's team. He's got a pretty solid team.
Thanks.
Yeah, it should be a fun season. I'm looking
I was
forward
actually
to
going
it.
to say the same thing about your team, Tooch. You've got Eckler and Jacobs. Your first 2 picks. That's really strong. Ridley's going to have a strong season. Pierce is your third running back. Then you got Herbert at quarterback. You got a good, strong team. And if Kmet has a good season catching the ball for the Bears, you could have a super team.
Yeah. I missed all the tight
Tooch,
just wasn't there. The tight ends weren't there for me.
what's your reasoning behind taking Kareem Hunt? He's a free agent right now. Week 1's here. He's not on a team week 1.
Yep. No, he's not. But it's my last throwaway pick. It's a dart throw. Someone picks him up, some team. And if I can't hold him, it's an easy cut. But I mean, I thought there's Collins was still out there, and he's the number 1 wide receiver on the Texans, and C.J. Stroud has to throw to somebody. So I thought about taking Nico there, but the value, I only had 4 running backs, so I went with Kareem Hunt with the thought that Kareem Hunt, team's running game, he catches the ball, runs the ball, he's got legs.
He does. Tooch, you're progressively getting quieter and then quieter and quieter. And now,
I thought it was me when I was here. I was
he's just fading away. It's like someone's running away with his microphone. It's like
it's right here too.
Well, it's all good, Tooch.
Joe Bob's Wi-Fi and Iowa.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got Google Fiber, man. West Des Moines, the only place got Google Fiber. But I mean, my Wi-Fi is actually faster than my workplace Wi-Fi. But sometimes with Streamyard, there's a bunch of whatever is network traffic or whatever logging into Streamyard.
There's 1,000,001 reasons, man. Computers are complex things.
Yep.
There is 1,000,001 reasons. I will take this opportunity. We do have a fantasy football show here on the network every Sunday before kickoff, roughly 10:45 Central, directly following the Barfly Tailgate show. And we go live, Adam, Tooch, and myself, and we tell you who to start, who to sit, sleepers, everything you need. We answer questions live in the chat via YouTube, Facebook, I said YouTube again, Twitter, all the social medias. You can reach out to us there and we'll answer your questions. So tune in every Sunday morning, starting this Sunday, which is crazy. Football season is here. Before we get out of here, boys, we'll go around. Go ahead.
Joe, can I just ask you one quick question about your show?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. How many times have you won the Barroom League?
How many times?
Oh, wait. Come on. That's my son.
How many times have you won the Barroom League at?
Okay. My point is, Adam, in his first season last year, won the Barroom League. So if you want to call into the show, direct your questions accordingly.
I see how it is. Technically, it wasn't Adam's first year. He inherited Spaceballs team midway through his season.
This is true.
I mean, that says even more for him.
But he almost made a playoff run with a really, really bad squad. So
yeah.
At any rate, for what it's worth, I hit up Joe with every single one of my fantasy football questions. The man is a project manager during the day and a fantasy manager at night. And he seamlessly transitions. It is beautiful. Absolutely tune into the show.
So you shit on me all day, and now you're going to be nice at the end. I see how it is.
Well, yeah, that's how our shows normally go on Mondays. Why would tonight be any different?
There is no
Shut
difference.
the fuck up.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, somebody finally said it.
I feel like I have to go into the South Burb Setman close because I'm it's right around the time we'd usually wrap that show anyway. So
I will say that I'm open for business. Just letting you guys know. All right.
Okay.
I'm open for business too. I got 1,000,000 Browns if anybody wants some. Although it could work out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play that by ear. But we've gone about 2 hours. We're just about at the end. Anyone have any last minute things before we get out of here? I think everyone's feels pretty good about their. What's that?
I'll just say that Dan and Aldo bear their souls tomorrow with Tooch. So we'll be on the air 8 p.m. Central tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we've got 3 shows, all of them football related. So the Bearer of Bears News, Barroom Network right here.
That's right. Mash that subscribe button to be alerted every time shows go live here. And then you can check us out, subscribe anywhere podcasts are found. if you can get a podcast there, we're there. So we appreciate you subscribing us, letting us do what we do. We appreciate you all hanging out with us all night long here on the Barroom Network for our draft. For the Barroom Network, I guess. There's a lot of us here. I'm Joe Mandel. We have Aldo Gandia, Aaron Current, Steven Zimmerman, John Santucci, the Tooch, Frankie Mueller, Vinny Parisi, Lauro Golden. I'm Joe Mandel. And we're going to get out of here if I could find the close. I just found it. So see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.